Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through the process of using a tool that I'm actually using right at this very moment called Camtasia Studio. And just a little plug here, I've actually used this tool for probably about 5-6 years, and this particular tool has made me more money than any other tool that I can imagine. And it really talks to the idea that video is very, very powerful. It's very, very valuable to people, and it's actually rather easy to produce. And Camtasia Studio is one of those tools that allows you to get to the level of producing really great video at a relatively low cost. So the product itself is from a company called TechSmith, and if you Google the word Camtasia, you'll find it. It runs for about $300. If you're a student, you can actually get a cheaper version of it. So I'm going to walk you through some aspects of the tool, and I'll talk about what the tool is generally used for next. So Camtasia is a screen capture program. It's the type of program that's designed to record what's happening on your screen and allow you to play it back. So you capture the audio, you capture the video, and then you can produce it in a way that you can distribute it to a lot of different people. It's a pretty all-encompassing program. It allows you to do pretty much anything with a screen capture video that you would need to do. As you can see here, here's a version of a video that I've captured for this particular tutorial. And I just want to show you really quickly some of the things that you can do here. So the tool itself is rather intuitive. If you've ever used any video editing software before, then great, you'll know exactly how to handle this. If you've never used it before, then I want to walk you through some specifics. So here is your video timeline, and here is your audio timeline. So all these bumps up and down that you see here are the actual audio. It's my voice modulating up and down. There's a couple of things that you can first do with the audio track itself. You can either raise or lower the volume of it, or you can add in an additional track. Say you wanted to put in an audio track with a backing of music, or say you wanted to just edit it. There are options to remove background noise, and there's even options to remove things like clicking, clipping, optimizing for a male or female voice, all things that I generally will do in a video when I actually produce it. So this is the production end of the video, not the shooting end of the video. The shooting end of the video is rather simple. You can highlight particular regions of the screen. You can highlight the entire screen so you can see the bar across the bottom. You can highlight very small elements, or you can go through and apply something like the Smart Focus. What the Smart Focus does is it applies a view that moves with your mouse. So if I move to this top portion of the screen here, then what Camtasia will do, it'll zoom in on that portion of the video. Now, I don't necessarily always suggest using it, just because sometimes it gets a little bumpy if you tend to move your mouse around like I do. So if you're shooting a video and you plan to use the Smart Focus option, just be cognizant of the fact that it's going to follow your mouse. So the more you move your mouse around, the more it's going to follow what's happening. And it can get really crazy after a little bit. Let's look at some other things here. There's some options to zoom and pan, which is kind of like the Apply Smart Focus option. There's the option to apply callouts to a video. This is very much like annotations in YouTube. So if there's a part of the video that you want to highlight, say I want to highlight this part, then it'll add the call out to the video. I have the option to color it. I have the option to fade it in, fade it out if I want. I can add a drop shadow if I want. And then it adds it to the view on the screen. So here's my call out here. You can move this around and you can scale this to particular portions of the video if you like. You have the option to add transitions between shots. So if I wanted to add a transition, you can see there's a variety of them. If I click on one, it'll show me a demo of what it looks like. So you can choose whether or not you want to add a transition and what type of transition, and there's a lot of them in here to pull from. But the crux of the tool is more in terms of how you actually work the video and how you edit the video. Now, the video itself, as you drop it into what you called your timeline here, gives you the option to edit out very small pieces. So let's just say I said something really stupid in this part of the video. I highlight this part of the video. I take the scissors and I can just cut it out. The same thing could be said for if I forgot a portion of the video. So then I can just cut the video right here. I can import the new one in place where I said the thing that I missed. Then I can just add it back into the center. So the portion that I cut out right there, I didn't say something properly, I cut it out, I reshot it, and then I went back in and I dropped it in. So it's super, super easy, and you can zoom in all the way down to like the millisecond level of a video. So as you're playing through, if there's something that you shot that you're not happy with, it's very, very easy to just cut out tiny little pieces of that. Say you sneeze, say your dog barks, say you said something really stupid, whatever that might be, it's very, very simple for you to edit and modify those. So within this particular tool, most people, if not all people, have the opportunity to use pretty much any aspect of their computer to create content, turn it into really good high quality content, put music behind it, put slick transitions behind it, and produce what looks to be a very high quality video and product to distribute out to your end users. And this works pretty much no matter what the niche is that you're in. So I highly recommend checking out Camtasia Studio if screen capture is the type of video that you're going to shoot.